Hi everyone. So one of my most favorite products to chat about is the matcha green tea. So I am here to talk about all of the health benefits and kind of show you what it looks like and some of my favorite ways that I like to mix it up. Okay, so let's start off with what is matcha. So, because everybody hears about matcha, right? And a lot of us hear about how matcha does not taste good. So we're gonna talk about that too. So matcha green tea is green tea leaves that have been ground into a really fine green powder. And when you drink your matcha, you're consuming that entire green tea leaf because you're drinking this green powder. So I'm just gonna show you what it looks like. It's really, really fine. It is stone ground. So with our matchas, the recommended daily amount is half a teaspoon. So this is our matcha scoop right here. Half a teaspoon, they are pure. There are a lot of matchas on the market that are like the first ingredient is sugar and they have a lot of sugar in them. So you might see other kinds that recommend 2 to 3 teaspoons a day. But with ours, you would get quite the caffeine buzz with that much. So I only ever have my half a teaspoon. And the really fantastic thing about matcha is that it provides like a 4 to 6 hour energy. So it is extremely high in antioxidants. One serving of matcha has more antioxidants than 60 servings of spinach, which is amazing. And it gives you that 4 to 6 hour energy. And it has L-theanine in it, the amino acid L-theanine. And so that is what you often hear, that matcha gives you kind of that calm, alert state of mind, that focus, that clarity. And that is because of the L-theanine. So the combination of that L-theanine and the vitamins and nutrients found in the matcha gives you that long 4 to 6 hour energy without that same kind of crash that you often get from coffee. One serving has approximately 35 milligrams of caffeine. That would be in comparison to your average cup of coffee is about, maybe 70, 80. So like half to 1/3 less the amount of caffeine than an average cup of coffee. All right, so those are kind of the deets. It's a great detoxifier. It has a wealth of health benefits. So you can Google matcha and look up the health benefits. There's a million fantastic things to know about matcha green tea and all the reasons why you should incorporate it into your daily routine. So I've been drinking matcha for 4 years now, over 4 years, I guess. So my whole family does as well. My husband, he takes his to work with him and he drinks his matcha every single day, and it was a game changer for him. And it was for me as well. So you can be strategic about what time of day you drink it, because for some people who don't drink coffee or maybe try to cut coffee out in the morning and replace with the matcha, you might want to have it first thing in the morning. For me personally, I have coffee first thing in the morning. So I wait to have my matcha around noon or like sometimes mid-afternoon, because otherwise there's too much caffeine in my system and I can feel a little jittery. Plus, when I would get tired in the day is like mid-afternoon. That's when I used to always reach for another cup of coffee. So if I have my matcha, around lunchtime or shortly after, it gets me through my afternoon and I do not hit that slump anymore. So I drink it every day, and that's the reason why, because I actually notice and I see that difference. And so the health benefits and all those detoxification properties and antioxidants, that's just kind of like the icing on the cake. Okay, so we're gonna mix it up a couple different ways. We're gonna start with my ultimate favorite. So when I first got matcha, I think I got it in my starter kit when I started up. And I remember my sister and I had gone shopping. I don't think I even had my kit yet. And she ordered a matcha latte from Starbucks. And she was like, here, try this. This is what matcha tastes like. And because I had no idea. And so I took a sip and I was like, okay, this is not good. It was just plain matcha. So it was kind of grassy tasting and it had kind of a funny texture, I thought. I was not a fan. But what was recommended to me with my matcha that I got in my kit, and it was vanilla, unsweetened vanilla. Someone said, try shaking it up in orange juice. So just matcha shaker, cold orange juice, a scoop of the vanilla matcha, shaken up. It was delicious, like tastes like a creamsicle. So that's actually how my kids drink it quite often too in the mornings before they go to school. But my favorite, my go-to, and I'm kind of seasonal with this though, is just ice water and my scoop of flavored matcha. So if you look through the catalog or you see my post, you will see that we have like 24 different flavors. So literally we have something for everybody. There is everything from coconut to chocolate to pineapple, strawberry, vanilla, mocha. There are so many great flavors. I'm going to show you a couple of our favorites here because we have some new ones that are definitely worth chatting about. So this is our matcha shaker. Now I don't have the new colors yet. So the colors for this season, let me just show you. First of all, this is so fun. So we've got a new yellow, which is just so cheerful and bright. I love it. And, wrong way. And then the other color is this purple right here, which is a really beautiful purple. And they kind of have like a pearlescent shimmery finish on them. So this shaker is double-walled stainless, and it has this agitator in the lid, which shakes up your matcha and, you know, gets the lumps out. So it works really great, really simple, and it will keep your matcha iced, or if you pour your hot matcha in here, it will keep it hot all day long. So you can drink your matcha as a nice hot cup of tea. You can make it into a latte. You can drink it iced like I do. It's like a nice refreshing iced tea. Some people mix it into their yogurt, bake it into their granola, throw it in like muffins when you're baking. There's a lot of different things you can do with it. But my go-to, like I said, ice water and shake it up. So we have unsweetened and sweetened flavors. We used to only have unsweetened. And then I think about 2 years ago, we started to bring in some sweetened flavors, and we're always super mindful of sugar. So our sweetened matchas have organic cane sugar and stevia leaf, pure stevia leaf. So you actually, depending on the matcha, there's actually either 0 to 1 gram of sugar per serving and 5 calories. So it's very little sugar, but they are plenty sweet enough with that stevia leaf in there. So let's mix up one of my very favorite new flavors. So sweet watermelon matcha. This one blew my mind. We've never had anything watermelon flavored before. And I always wondered because I'd seen watermelon teas here or there, but they were always an artificial flavoring. So I thought, well, maybe it's not easy to make like a natural watermelon flavor, but they knocked it out of the park. Like it tastes like a watermelon Jolly Rancher candy. So I've got ice water in my big sip here, and I'm just gonna add in my 1 scoop. And a lot of people do have more than 1 scoop a day, and that's fine. It's just whatever caffeine your body can handle. And then you just shake it up and sip and enjoy. Like honestly, I could sip on this one all day long. Although I wouldn't, because I would have way too much caffeine running through my veins and I probably wouldn't sleep at night. All right, so that's the sweet watermelon. We also have a new unsweetened passion fruit, which is also delicious. So much flavor. Oh yeah, that is just so good. It's just a fresh watermelon flavor, perfect sweetness, not too sweet. We have a sweet peach. That is another favorite of mine. We have a lot of sweet flavors now. There's a new sweet raspberry, which I haven't tried yet, and I'm dying to. I've ordered that one. There's a sweet blueberry, excellent. Sweet cinnamon matcha, sweet mojito. The mojito and the watermelon mixed together, I think is going to be beautiful. And now we're gonna make the sweet salted caramel because that has been a really a favorite since we launched that flavor. It's so good. If you love like a caramel latte from your favorite coffee shop, trust me, this rivals it. It's got a really sweet, buttery caramel flavor. It has been a top seller for me. Okay, so we're gonna make this one as a latte, and I'm going to mix it up warm. So I'm gonna use my matcha whisk here, and this is our double bubble cup, but my whisk doesn't fit in here, so I'm just gonna mix it up in my measuring cup here. I'm gonna grab my kettle. So when you mix matcha with hot water, what you need to know is that you don't want your water to be boiling or you will actually burn the matcha leaves. So white tea, green tea, you can burn the leaves. They're quite delicate. So you just want to let that kettle cool down a little bit. Give it 10 minutes or so if you've boiled it. Okay, sweet salted caramel. Now these bags have 60 to 100 servings per bag. So the unsweetened matchas would have 100 servings per bag. So, that's like a 3-month supply if you drank it every day. And then the sweetened ones are a little less, like 60 to 70 servings, I believe. So definitely a 2 to 3 month supply. And yeah, this sweet caramel is to die for. So this whisk is fun. You just pump it up and down. Can you see what I'm doing there? And a regular kitchen whisk does not work that great to mix up the matchas because they're so fine. You might have a little trouble. If you didn't have a matcha whisk, you just want to maybe add just a little bit of hot or cold water to your matcha, make almost like a paste, and then add the rest of your water to get a smooth, lump-free matcha. Okay, so that is good. I'm gonna pour that into my bubble cup here. Here we go. And then we're gonna froth up some milk to add to that. So I often do warm up my milk, but I'm just gonna froth it cold here. I've just got 1% milk in my fridge right now. So I'm just gonna froth that up. And sometimes when I make a matcha latte, what I do is I just use only milk. So I pour my milk into my frother. I add my scoop of matcha right into my frother, and then I just froth it up like this all together, and it just comes out a really nice, creamy, frothy drink. Or you can do it the way I'm doing it here with half water and then half milk. And if you wanted to mix up your matcha flavors, you could add a half a scoop of one of the other flavor matcha into your milk and froth it, and that's kind of fun too. So I'm always mixing up the flavors like coconut and strawberry, or blueberry and vanilla. We have a new, I shouldn't say new, it's seasonal lemon. It's called lemon Matcha. That's a nice one too. It's really refreshing. That one's nice mixed with the mojito, and I always add a little squeeze of lime juice to the mojito. It is so good, so refreshing. So with this frother, you can kind of feel the resistance once it's starting to get thick. So I can feel that resistance there. So you can see it's nice and thick. And we're just going to pour that in. Here we go. Salted caramel matcha latte. And what I have used what I have done sometimes with that one, because it's especially good, is made like a salted caramel frappuccino. So in my blender, I put some ice, some milk, a scoop of the matcha, or a couple scoops if I'm making a big glass, a little bit of vanilla syrup just to sweeten it a little bit more, and blend that up, and then top it off with whipped cream. And that is very delicious. I'm just gonna grab a spoon. Just wanna mix that up together a little bit. Here we go. So good. So green is the color of health. Don't let the colors scare you. I promise you, these taste delicious. They are smooth. They are amazing. And there's one more thing I want to show you. And this is how my daughter likes to make hers lately. So she takes this cup of ice. She adds her favorite milk in, which is usually oat milk. And I don't know why, but she always uses these stemless wine glasses because I guess that's more fun, right? So oat milk over ice, and then she takes her matcha. Now, which one was I gonna use? She often uses the caramel. We have a new Earl Grey, sweet Earl Grey matcha, and it is lovely. So let's do that one. It has, the bergamot flavor really comes out, so it almost has like a citrusy flavor to it. It smells like sweet Earl Grey de la creme, but definitely there's like some lemony undertones there. Okay, so we're gonna add the matcha to that. We're gonna add some water. Okay, I've got some cold water here. I'm just gonna add some cold water to it. You can mix your matcha with hot or cold water. All right, we're just gonna mix that up. I feel like she usually adds a little less water than what I did. She kind of makes a strong concentrate to pour over top of this, but first time I've actually done it. All right, so then she just pours it over. There. So now we've got a sweet Earl Grey iced matcha latte. And you could froth that milk too and make it a little extra creamy. Oh yeah, that's delicious. Okay, and the last one I want to tell you guys about, because it's too good not to talk about, is a matcha spritzer, which is a favorite afternoon treat of mine. Because I drink my matcha in the afternoon, I guess, I wouldn't want to drink this first thing in the morning, but I have a bit of a sparkling water obsession. I love bubblies, I love any kind of sparkling water. So I make a spritzer. I just simply use my matcha whisk, a scoop of matcha, a can of bubbly, and I mix it together. So I often will do the coconut, because the coconut is a favorite of mine. It's unsweetened, and it's amazing. So unsweetened coconut matcha in a 0 sugar sparkling water drink is like the most refreshing thing ever. But you can also use the sweetened matchas. If you don't like things unsweetened, the sweetened matchas with the sparkling water, excellent. And you've got like 0 to 1 gram of sugar in your drink. So, you know, you can play with the flavors, like the new pineapple bubbly with the sweet watermelon matcha is going to be excellent. So I'm anxious to try that one. So there you go. There's a few tips and ideas on how I mix up my matcha, why I love it so much. It really is, it's a everyday drink for my entire family here, and it is fun to have more than one flavor because we're always trying something new. We also have the matcha sticks, which I forgot to talk about. So you can see in the catalog, there's a whole page on the matcha sticks. So you get 10 sticks in a bag, and they're single serving sticks, so they're really convenient for if you're traveling or just taking on the go or having at work in your desk, because if you're hitting a slump in your day and you need a little pick-me-up, this will do the trick, trust me. So these, and it's a nice way to try out the matcha. If you're not wanting to commit to a full bag, but you're like, I just want to try it out, you know, try ordering one of the, we have mango, lemonade, chocolate, or vanilla. So, you know, the lemonade is really nice to just mix with ice water. The chocolate or the vanilla, nice to make as a warmer drink or, you know, make into a latte. But a great way to try them out. And there is collections as well. So you save $5 when you order any of the collections. So there's a couple collections with the big sip, the scoop, and any flavor of matcha. Or there's also a collection where you can get 3 bags of the matcha sticks. So there's all the deets on matcha. And of course I've chatted longer than I had planned to, but I'm gonna go and share these with my kids now, and we're gonna have our matcha fix for the day. All right, thanks for watching, guys, and just let me know in the comments if you have any questions at all. We are here to answer them for you. All right, cheers.